fault. Ever since you told me to start wearing them, now I'm like...
As I said, I'm about to hurt myself until I don't want you hurt me so bad.
Alright, cool. Hey, just giving you all a heads up that now that we're up and running on the live stream aspect, everybody can hear everything that everybody says, so just giving everybody full warning.
Oh, so I'm being streamed now?
What?
Yep.
Wait a minute.
I think he's... Yeah, hold on. What's your YouTube?
Give me a second, I'll link it.
Or just tell me your damn name.
No, I'm gonna copy.
You don't even know your own YouTube account name, that's why.
How do I change original? Here we go. Oop, and blam. There we go.
Oh, I see. So they can hear us, can't see us.
Yeah. No, they can't see you guys. This is gonna be just off of OBS. The screen sharing is gonna be through Discord.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute you real quick so as to I can. And let you so I'm gonna mute you. You don't even know your YouTube account name, that's all.
Let us know if we have to mute anything.
Oh, you guys should be good. I mean, it's...
No, I was just checking the YouTube. So your music comes through on YouTube just fine, didn't?
Yeah, how's the audio?
Sounds okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but it sounds not same as Discord. I think we're rougher. The three of us, you come clear, but that makes sense because you're direct and they're hearing us through a speaker and then back through a speaker.
I gotta deal with the dog. I'll be right back.
Start out the YouTube segment with there.
Yeah, like every segment he needs to yell at the dog and then get into it.
Yeah, but his dog's pretty cool, so.
It's his cat that's the.
Okay, so our video is not being shown. They can just hear what we say.
Correct.
Right.
Awesome. Because I did not put on my mascara.
No, you're good.
I didn't either.
What?
Version 1007. Well, how does that even make sense?
Considered Halloween costumes? Nick, I need your opinion.
What?
Windows 11.
Is that I should replace it, or is that still okay? Okay, thank you.
Unless it's torn or anything.
Oops. E, not a 3.
What are you guys working on today?
Couple trombones, saxophone, trumpet, I think.
Yep.
And then I got a tenor naked lady built for school out here.
Everyone,
A tenor, so it's pretty beat up.
you guys are both working on Naked Ladies.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta get through this guy first. I got a client that's needing to get his saxophone back, so I had to shift gears a little bit and get this guy banged out first before I get started working on that berry. I gotta deal with a bent body on that.
I definitely am excited for the berry.
Yeah, me too. I think it's gonna be cool. I got white roux pad.
Oh, sexy, sexy, sexy. Blue felt?
I'm super excited about it.
What color felts are you doing?
I'm gonna come in with blue. I'm gonna have to cut them all out, but my objective is to go with a blue highlight for the felts. I like the way that it pops. You know, you get that royal blue.
Yes.
But my goal is to go through, use Tech Cork with Ultra Suede to keep the mechanisms and everything quiet, and yeah, basically do a pro end setup on it. At least my definition of a pro end setup.
Recently, instead of using the Ultra Suede, I've just been using leather.
Well, that's more or less what it kind of is, I guess. I don't know.
I've been
The
having
Ultra
a lot
Suede
of
grabs.
the Ultra Suede on my berry sex clients out here. It's been like grabbing and just like tearing apart recently.
It's been doing
Like I don't think they're making the same as they were.
Hex.
But yeah, I've been having a lot of issues with my Ultra Suede on a couple of my berry sexes out here just torn apart for some reason.
Where the hex?
So I've just like completely switched to making it so it's leather, and the leather's been holding up a lot better. And I was like, well, that's what they did back in like the early days.
Yep.
Had a problem then.
Well, you get a good quality leather.
I've actually been recycling used pads.
Well, that's not too bad of an idea. As long as they're in good, as long as the leather's not overly dirty and nasty.
No, I've been like, if it the outside of it and everything, just using like the good parts of it and cleaning it off real nice.
Right.
Do you know where the hex screwdriver is?
Me being a Boy Scout and doing leather working merit badge taught me a lot about that stuff.
Nicholas, did you have the hex screwdriver?
No.
Okay.
It might be over there. Over here.
Perfect. Oh, I love when things come together perfectly. Makes my life so much better. Yeah, this guy requested cork pads for his octave keys, so his body octave and his neck octave key.
Sweet!
Yeah,
I was talking about that to you.
yeah, it never really comes up very often, like hardly ever.
Yeah, I know, but I would totally, when I
That's fine.
did it to one of my Martins, I was like, oh geez, that does make a difference, after I had a client request me do like his entire palm keys with them.
It's definitely a much harder surface.
Yeah, this guy wanted all his palm keys and his C key, all cork. And then his octaves too, so...
Did you end up using Master Series?
Yeah, I ended up using the Master Series synthetic cork for the palm keys, because I was like, this is getting a lot quieter.
Right. Well, and on top of that, I mean, can you get cork pads that large?
make them.
Kind of. They're very expensive and they take forever to get in, I think.
Yeah.
But I definitely got the C key with it, and the C key being a cork pad made that whole upper stack feel just so solid and nice.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Where the heck did I put that screwdriver? The one I got at Big Brook. I like that screwdriver.
Cool. Oh, I had to make a master order here last week. You want to talk about
That'll work.
expenses?
That's all I need. Just a little bit. I don't know. It's supposed to live right there. Why is the Flitz there? That's not where that lives.
I didn't have this. For it.
But it wouldn't go there.
I'll go over there.
I like that.
Oh. Oops.
Nope. Don't have Nothing, probably. At least 2 of them.
Oh, so it had a very interesting night last night. They had Lance from SFT.
Who?
Lance, I don't know. I think Brent will know him. Well, yeah, Brent knows him. But they ended up going through. He came by with 9 horns last night.
Nice!
Sweet.
Like, oh yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, then when you decide to do big business, let me know.
When I want to do big business, what classifies as big business?
The kind that gives you way more gray hair than you already have.
Well, I don't necessarily want more gray hair.
Exactly! That's why when it gets too big and you start getting the gray hair, then you call.
Well, I hear you. We got there's a few things in the works that I want to get worked out for sure. Because I don't know if I necessarily want to do like a brick and mortar walk-in retail.
You just wanted to do a shop, right?
Yeah, the shop and online
Need
sales.
some accessories, definitely.
Yeah, just online stuff, man. Like, for real. Why go through the headache of all that? You know, because I've been talking with music stores, like, when I was conversing back and forth with Todd, you know, the new music store owner that I'm talking to, there's a dude by the name of Kenny that runs Mom's Music House out of Concordia. Like, they just don't get the walk-in business that they used to because of online sales. So,
That's when you need personality.
well, you get it's all the overhead costs that get you, man. Like, how are you gonna make any
Yeah.
money if you're spending all your money on your rent?
The legend of the rent. Okay, now I need a flathead. Yep. I just. Is it gonna be bad if I bring it here?
No, it is.
Okay.
I'm not using it right.
Hip hurts.
So let's be over there.
With the chair.
It's Henry.
Is that a what?
Apron on it.
Ugh! Where's the
Oh, jeez.
in paradise?
So what would you say some of the challenges are for you guys doing it out of your
Space.
apartment? Do what?
For me, number one, space.
I think that's our biggest.
Yeah, because like right now you can see the chair is here, Nick is right here, and this is the dead station.
Right.
I mean, of course, one of the bigger things, you can't do it unless you have the tools.
Right.
There's definitely, you have to
Be more creative.
invest in things right away.
I'd say the biggest issue is space, just due to, like, we already have certain machines that we can't even have set up because we don't have
The drill
space
press.
to actually have it set up. So if we have to use it, we gotta make space to then set it up to use it.
Yeah.
And, like, really isn't too much of an issue for us. If I really
But we
want.
didn't have to buy a bunch of them, which was nice.
Yeah, I got a lot of hand-me-downs, and then yeah, I've been slowly building up our manual collection. We still don't have like a fast Eddie roller, so doing bell work gets very tricky because we got to do it all by hand rolling and stuff like that. So
Right.
It's pretty old.
You gotta feather it
all the
in.
manual saxophones, so all those go pretty quickly. But I made my own MDRS system. So
I cannot move that magnet.
so I can use do a lot of other big network projects pretty easily.
It's quite impressive, I feel, what we've been able to do, especially because remember, we're not in a house.
Yeah, no, I think I recorded that I did just in manual labor during when COVID happened, like started around about 65,000 just in labor that I was doing at home
Oh,
from the store stuff that I was able to pick up.
Or I forget, you also, I mean, there's the personality factor. You have to be self-motivated and you still have to set a routine. It's like just because you're not driving somewhere, yeah, you get to take a little extra longer with your coffee break and to wake up in the morning because you're not taking that 30-minute commute, but you gotta get right to work.
Now I was doing about 12 COA saxophones a week.
Downside, another downside too is there's no separation in home.
And you guys, with not having the kids aspect, you know, I think that kind of plays into your favor a little bit, so you don't have that other extra
Absolutely.
distraction. I find that
Absolutely.
especially like when if I'm working later hours in the day when my family is here, definitely makes things more challenging.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that was a big problem for my dad too. He would end up working from like 12 o'clock to 3 in the morning to get stuff done when he was working on at home, just because he would have to be up to look after everybody
Right.
during the day. My mom would be out to work, and I was a little baby, so I would be in the shop with him, and that's where my crib would be. So yeah, no, I totally grew up in my dad's shop because he was working at home doing the same stuff.
Yeah, what's it like with you and Lacey? Because I know you posted pictures of your helper.
She does pretty well for the most part. Just coming in and wants to hand me tools, but there are days where it's just like, all right, you need to go do something.
Yeah.
Is she interested in playing everything?
Oh yeah. She honks around. Like I gave her a set of synthetic double reed for oboe and bassoon. Oh lordy, drove mom nuts. But she can go through the
Why did you give those to her?
But she goes around and honks on those. It's hilarious. Mom hates
That's awesome.
it. I find it hilarious.
Now you're not supposed to use the child in warfare.
Right.
My dad was grooming me to be a trumpet player, so he was just giving me parts of the trumpet that I was eventually going to play
Right.
with.
That is so cool though. Like, I mean, for people that have grown up with it, it's
I know how
so
to put-
amazing to hear these stories.
I know how to put the trumpet all back together before I even know how to play it.
Well, I will tell you that by the time my kiddo gets up into an age of playing and knows it was, then she's gonna have a pretty good understanding of how everything works.
Well, she's also gonna have probably first dibs on whatever she wants because you'll be able to get it.
Yeah.
Yes. That's totally a nice thing.
Because not grow up in this trade, I didn't even know this was a thing till I got to college.
Right? Same.
But I'm hooked.
I had no idea that it was a thing until college. But
Right?
at the same time, you know, when I was in high school, we played on some pretty rough looking instruments. And so, like, when it would act up and not work, we had to make it work. So,
we gave our best trombone to the strongest farm girl we had because she's the only one who could make the slide move. You know, looking back now, I realize it was probably just splayed, or one of the outer tubes was bent.
right.
I also feel really bad for like never servicing my clarinet from 5th grade all the way to. Hey.
I got a white dog. Hold on. What do you want?
Doggo broke. You take both steel blocks.
Mm-hmm. That is in the bag.
Okay, no worries. I heard stylist. My bad. Arr.
Arr.
I become a pirate. Do you have a repair alter ego, Denton?
I'm stealing this dog.
Yes, I do.
What's his name?
My alter ego is just Denton, but it comes out as we a lot. Like, I'll be talking to people, and
Yep.
for whatever reason, it will be. I'm talking about the saxophone and how we are gonna go through and fix his instrument, how we are gonna go through and make this X, Y, and Z. And I don't know if that's necessarily the fact that it's an alter ego, and I'm thinking myself in a multiple personality situation, or if it's just because I'm used to talking that way from the previous music.
Being at a store.
Right? So it's always we, and I'm like, oh, I gotta quit saying that.
Me, it's all of For me, it's all of us. It's funny. And where's my Jeep shirt?
Yeah, I've been having to get out of that at the store I'm working at right now. Just because I'm the only one that's going to be able to get it done. So it's like, I will get this done for you now.
Yeah, not we.
Just getting way too many flute people, and I just am not confident with my flute work.
I like flutes.
And they're apparently happy with it now, but I remember days working with you where
Oh my
so
gosh.
many people would complain about my flute work.
That blonde chick that came in with her boyfriend like 3 times in a row. She was the worst. What is there?
I have not heard back from the Haynes flute I did. That person has my actual number, so if I fucked it up, I would have
You
heard
would
about it.
You would have heard from multiple people. So that's a good thing.
But I haven't heard that I did a good job on it either, so I'm still not.
Doesn't
But I
make
never-
you- doesn't that make you like eat away at me in the back of my mind a little bit? Like I'm like,
Yeah.
I heard from that person. I know I did a good job on it, but did I do a good enough job to make them go, "Hey, this was awesome"?
Yeah, no, I did do like major solder work to that one and stuff. I was a bit worried about it.
Oh yeah, no,
It's
that was
always-
Had like a broken
always-
key on the silver horn.
Always in the back of my mind.
I just kind of given up. I figure I'm trying to take the approach if something goes out and isn't satisfactory, I deal with it then, because I just can't handle the mental anguish of if.
Yeah, I had the saxophone guy. I told him that he had like a free tune-up if he wanted.
Does that mean
It's charging me.
Okay.
Don't mess with him. I haven't seen him since. He said he was super happy with his horn, so it's still playing great for him, I guess.
That's good.
Where? Dumb. I'm dumb.
But then again, I also have this other dude that I do a bunch of brass work for, and he's been posting my stuff on his like Facebook all over the place.
Good.
Yeah, no, and he brings me like sulfur horns. He's like the top guy for like the sulfur band out here, brass band. So he brings me some really weird like euphoniums and stuff like that sometimes. They're like miniature euphoniums.
That would be cool.
Currently live streaming still?
So
Okay. Gotta remember to stab myself with spring to be nice and more vocabulary.
oh yeah, a couple years ago he brought me this like gold I think it was a gold king trumpet.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
yeah, now that one was really fun to work on.
so pretty.
I gotta work on. Oh, what was it? I can't remember. I want to say it was I want to say it was a blessing.
We
But
all.
It was all gold. It wasn't like gold lacquer. It was actually gold plated. And
Yeah.
Blessing?
man, that was a cool old horn. Cool old
We're
horn.
old.
That new or old blessing.
It was old. Very old.
Okay,
Sweet.
that's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's probably really nice.
Probably sounded good too.
Yeah.
I like blessings.
I thought older blessings, they always sounded great.
They did,
They had like a thicker metal than the newer ones.
and a thicker sound. So where are you at on that saxophone? And
Can see where he's at.
I can't see.
Tell him where he's at.
I gotta zoom this in. I'm sorry. I don't know where he's at.
He's got a light in there, and it looks like the G's off, and the side keys are still off,
So
and
we're
we've
in the
still got
middle.
all the bells off. Looks like he's got the lower stack and the upper stack on.
I'm just starting lower stack. I really like
And assembly.
placing what?
That pads.
Oh, okay.
This one is.
Like off the resonators and stuff.
Yeah, it ran into a couple torn pads. It looked like one had been burned real bad, which I'm not sure how the heck they did on that. Gosh dang it.
Are you snooping on his phone screen in the camera?
No, I'm looking on
Okay.
his bench. That is synthetic work.
I don't know.
Like the stuff that we had on the bench top, but. Shop.
Remember.
And the
Oh!
table.
Yeah,
That stuff.
it's probably exactly what it is.
I'm just looking at how his bench is set up.
Yep,
compared
and
to
look at
ours.
now.
Yeah.
It's not. Well, it's not too different.
No, not. Well, we're all very similar, so.
Imagine that.
We do certain things very differently.
There's some things I would like to do a little different with the bench top. A little
Nick.
bit more organization to the hand tools.
From up there.
Getting a couple new tray type setups to where I can go through, either have them underneath or I can pull them out. Just haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, we got a bunch of cabinets up above ours. We have like our pad drawers and everything. I got
We
a
could
couple of
use more of
miscellaneous
those.
parts. But yeah, we need to get some underneath ones.
We need more storage organization stuff.
I feel like
Yeah,
that's
like a-
always an issue.
Well, craft stores.
Also, I have to keep so many different parts on hand.
So many.
For now.
I had to make it was almost a $1,300 order from Ally,
Yeah.
and that's just replenishing all the stuff that I've used in the last 2 years, and getting a little bit extra stuff.
So I do have to put this in here saying we're trying to work out kinks and everything in this.
Yeah.
You lagging probably by like 20 seconds or so, or like 10 to 15. seconds.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The latency setup, or not the latency, but
Delay.
the frames. Shoot, give me a second. I'll tell you exactly the terminology, so I'm not goofing this all up. It is the delay. I have to set the delay up longer to keep my cameras going at the same time. And when
Gotcha.
I go through and do a live video, the audio, I think, comes out before my actual motions and everything else like that. So
Yes.
it is what it
Yeah.
is. It's like watching a Japanese dubbed movie.
Just watched Totoro the other day.
I just wasn't really paying attention to it before because I was like working and watching your actual screen. So
Oh, my dog, he's being so obnoxious right now. It's like he's legitimately in a second child.
yes, they are.
Yeah, they're permanent toddlers. Who's going to remove you? I bet it was you. I'm done.
I would bring him down to the basement, but the problem is that he's scared of it because his legs are only, I don't know, 7 to 8 inches long, and he doesn't like stairs.
That's no excuse.
Yeah,
He's scared of the basement.
well,
What's the point of having a dog?
do what?
I
Hey,
am having
you
a
want a
dog.
dachshund, so
I
they're
want a
scared of the
dachshund.
stairs too.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Why they have back problems? They're not scared of anything. They hunt badgers. I do. I want a dachshund in a very, very bad way. I think my chameleon is trying to tell me something. I don't really want to move the camera because I might disrupt this, but our shop pets are the 2 cats and now the lizard. We have a shop lizard chameleon.
I dig it.
He really likes watching us work.
I was gonna say, do you just want to?
If you want to change the angle, so you can have him.
Good.
See Valerian overlooking us.
Yeah. No, there's my. I don't know if you can see him, but
Oh, he's actually turning this face to look at the camera.
yeah, he's a good boy. Helper.
He just hangs out over the top of you guys, looking down at you like a vulture, huh?
He's a lizard.
He actually, when I was working, he would like crawl down onto the bench and just like wander around on all the
I'll let
different
you-
cabinets
I
and
don't.
stuff.
I don't know how that was set up. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
And boom. We have shop pets. I think it makes everything a lot better.
Well, I wouldn't mind having Tonka down here, but the problem is he's real needy. Not needy. He's not needy. He really is kind of a chill dude, but like he gets down in the basement and it just amps him up, and he can't control his bladder because it's still kind of the cat territory. And I don't know. It makes him nervous and anxious.
War. Wrong side of the tracks.
I think there's some trauma there too, but.
What did your cat do to your dog?
No, not the cat. It wasn't necessarily a rescue. He was given to us because he was used as a breeder dog, and he spent a little bit of time in a kennel. And I think the basement was where the kennel was kind of kept. Yeah, trauma.
Makes him feel like he's trapped.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like stairs.
Yeah.
Puppy.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I mean, dude's living his best life now. Like, walks every day, gets to hang out with everybody. It's a good time. Like we were doing a different diet with him for a while, where we would actually cook the food and everything for him. And I mean, aside from it just taking a lot of time, he did really well. But the problem was is that he still has a couple food allergies that we were trying to tweak because it would mess with his skin and he would get real scratchy. And we finally switched him over to some different food here. I don't know, probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, about a month, yeah. And cleared everything all up. So we quit doing that. And now he's looking at me like, "Where's the rest of my, home cooked meal? What are you doing?" I gotta look out for your skin and how your body's reacting. So.
Oh, I like that you have your hockey puck in here.
Yeah, Hacky Puck is very useful.
Did you say acupuncture?
A hockey puck.
Oh, dude, hands down one of the most used things in my arsenal.
She's going through my toolbox and goes, "Oh, you got this hockey puck in here," and I go, "Yeah, I do." It's even got a bottle opener on it.
Dude, you need to, if you want to invest in the hockey puck life, holler at Jake.
I would not doubt. I would not doubt. He's in a hockey town too.
Oh yeah, Jake, he uses those hockey pucks for everything. He told me the other day, like, it's been a hot minute since I talked to him, but the last time I talked to him, he's like, "Yeah, man, I go through and I have probably a dozen or more hockey pucks set up for different aspects of the job. Like he was using it for shaping, what is it, patches and stuff for crooks. So he would go through and actually groove out the hockey puck, so he could lay the brass in there and knock it out.
Gosh,
and put it
genius.
in shape. Yeah, he's super smart guy. Like.
Oh yeah, no, that's amazing. I like that idea.
I just want a punch set. Like from the craft store.
Oh.
Do you know where the other one of these things is? The... I cannot find them.
You have one I bought for you. And that one. This is also a different type of one.
Yes, but if I needed that one, I would be holding it.
I've got another version for you.
Yes, I do.
Not that one. No, that one kind of freaks. That was going to make sense, but other version. Where is it?
Yeah, organization, definitely a thing.
Yeah.
My big deal is I work in 2 shops, so I'm moving my stuff back and forth.
Every day. It's hard to keep track of things.
I can imagine.
It is fun getting creative though.
I think it adds a element of challenge that keeps things interesting.
Yes, I hate to be bored. I'm dangerously bored. You don't need to.
Oh, stay Staying busy today, folks. Staying busy today.
But now,
I got lunch plans with my grandma. Turned 75.
Oh, nice.
happy birthday!
Yep, so we're gonna go take her to lunch.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'll be,
It might put a little damper on what I wanted to do today with the live streams, but don't make that stuff. Granny got to get some love.
Pats and something?
Gotta get some love to Grandma.
oh, yes.
Small, buddy boy.
I wanna- I'm over it.
What are you over? Fish sticks?
I was trying to find my favorite Pat's Lick and I can't find it.
Oh, that's the worst.
Huh?
So that's the worst.
Yeah.
When you have a favorite tool and you can't find it.
Work. That one I don't need. Fine. Because that one's like this one.
And when I can't find it, I genuinely like blaming my daughter.
You need
No,
a
I know
pointy
it's
one?
my fault.
Need a sturdy one. What I wanted to do was I use it to adjust the key beat. I don't say bend now, I say adjust. But I'll live. I have a different way. It just sucks.
I use these.
Ah, the flag.
And I don't know where my actual key bending tool is, but I have a Vale Smith one that's
The levers?
the bend with the lever thing, and I haven't had that for a couple of weeks. I've just been using the
I thought those were in here.
one.
Oh, gotcha.
There's like just a single tool
single one.
that you can use for everything. I bet you I can find it on Denton's bench. It's this thing right here. Oh no. Not what I wanted.
Which one? We're using your bench top as an example now.
God.
I'm just locating a tool on it to show the hey of what I'm looking for.
Oh, which one?
Okay, Nick.
Dale Smith, sax bending tool,
Yeah,
key
we'll
bending
pull that out. If you
lever.
don't mind.
Hands down.
That's that one I tried.
Hands down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one I'm
Zooming in.
looking for.
Oh, the one that looks like an old can opener.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's the one I'm
Gotcha.
looking
And
for.
yeah, that would be perfect.
So I said it was right there on his bench. I knew exactly where it was. Don't know where mine is. It's probably.
Space. I was wondering where that other drawer was. What's even in there? Dang it. I mean, it is kind of a blessing, you know, working with someone who does the same thing as you and lives with you. Anytime I need a tool or I'm doing something a different way, Nick's got something for it, or he's already made something for it.
Dude, here the other day, I working on some piccolos, and that was when Annalise was on her quarantine. And
Oh, I didn't.
they went through. I had a spring break off one of the posts, and I don't have pin removing pliers to get that pin out. So I had to get
I
creative
understand.
on just how to get it out. I probably spent an hour just scratching my head trying to sort out how am I gonna get this broken spring out of this frickin' post. And ultimately, what ended up happening, I have a small push pipe that I just chuck up onto the side of my table here, and I put it happened to be towards the top of the piccolo, so I actually put the hinge rod into it, chucked it up into the pin vise, or the bench vise, and then took one of my pin punches and managed to knock it out. But good night. Took 45 minutes just to figure out how I was gonna attack.
Yeah, that's
On a tiny
On a
Piccolo.
tiny piccolo. What did I get
At least you didn't
myself into?
drill and install a new one.
Do what?
kind of like that one. And that Oppo that if you break, you pretty much have to take out the post and put it in.
Yeah. Yeah, don't break that one. Or the clarinet key. Usually have that saddle like screwed down. Don't break springs. General consensus.
Yeah, breaking springs is a bit of a pain.
My hip is killing me. I actually have to take something.
That went all the way through.
Sorry, we're not being more entertaining.
Oh no, you guys are great. I'm trying to fluctuate back and forth just to see what all is happening in the world.
Yeah, we're all trying to work.
Yeah.
Off-topic question.
Yep.
What's your favorite cryptid?
Favorite. You're gonna have to explain that a little bit more detail.
Like creatures like Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, Jersey Devil, the Rake.
You know, I really haven't given that much thought. As far as I would say, Loch Ness is probably hands down the more entertaining ones, and I think that stems from the standpoint of back in the day. Do you guys remember the Strange Matter books? They were kind of like a knockoff of Goosebumps.
Oh,
No.
All right, so if
Not
you
that
remember, I can't remember the author, but anyway, it was basically kind of like a Goosebumps series books that were gravitated toward children horror or suspense. And they had one that I read when I was a child that was about the Loch Ness Monster. And dude, I'm not gonna lie, it not only was it like entertaining from the standpoint because like the big Mr. guy anyway, but it's freaking Loch Ness Monster. And then it started attacking people and eating people. It was nuts. It was nuts. But I think out of all of them, that one captivated my attention the most. Like growing up.
that's cool. That's a good one. I gotta go. I don't know. I really like Bigfoot. He was like a chill dude.
Wendigo fan.
Oh, the Wendigo is terrifying. That's probably the one I'm the most terrified of.
What's that?
I'm super excited for the new movie coming out.
The Wendigo.
Oh,
Man.
I'm telling him what the creature is because
Oh.
he asked.
yes. So the speaking of creepy things, So in the spirit of Halloween, the wife and I decided to get a horror video game. Yeah, that didn't last very long. We tried to play it last night. We made it about 20 minutes into the game, and
You get
it was ominous, and like as far as the music goes, it's about Slender Man. Okay, so you have to venture into this.
I knew it!
Do what?
You have to go and find pictures, right?
Well, it's a missing person. This gal by the name of Kate has disappeared, and you're going in to check out and see where she disappeared to. And
Is it played in the dark?
do what?
Is it played like you're in the dark?
Yes, and it's in this like old abandoned house. Like the lady was trying to sell it, move out of it. As soon as you walk in, you see like charcoal scrapings on the side of the walls, and then the music itself isn't like that creepy to start. It's very ominous, and so you're like, okay, well, it's a scary video game, so you're already on the edge of your seat anyway, waiting for something to pop out at you automatically. So we're trying to play this last night, and now mind you, this is at like 9 o'clock at night already, so it's already dark. We have the lights turned off. We're trying to play this game. Yeah, 20 minutes in, first initial sign of anything scary, we were like, nope, we're done. Turn it off.
Did you ever play Dead Space?
I watched some Dead Space. I was thinking about doing it, but me personally, I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm not one for scary stuff. And going through it, especially with like this video game, very out of character for me to do. But I was like, you know what? My wife enjoys scary stuff. I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah, no. 20 minutes in, I was done. Couldn't do it. I was like,
So I
still have. I'm gonna have to play this game in the middle of the day with all the windows open, all the sunlight possible. So I know that there's nothing scary outside of my window type of situation.
Hang a crucifix on the TV.
Yeah.
It's just, I know I had to play Dead Space the first time.
Right?
Until
Yeah.
I got into it, and then I was like, alright, matter what's coming at me, I got this.
Well, you know, my thing is with games like that, with games like this, like where they're scary, if my character in the game has some kind of weapon to battle it, I'm generally okay. But the
Yeah.
only thing I had was a flashlight. And I'm like, no, this thing's gonna eat my face. And I can do nothing but run. Like, that's horrifying.
I understand.
Like, if I ran into that house with a piece, and I knew that I was coming in there with a shotgun, a rifle, or shoot, even like a little .22 pistol, I would be okay because I knew I could at least pop shots at it and make myself feel a little bit more.
Feel a little bit better.
Yeah. Give me a club. Give me something that I can hit it with. But nah, this game's not set up like that. It's set up like a horror murder mystery, and
That sounds awesome.
Oh, and if you have hey, I will tell you, if you have a Switch, it was $2.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Don't have
So
one.
I figured $2. It's a little entertainment. It's all good.
Now it's 6.
Yeah. $2 for 20 minutes of I'm gonna pee myself and go hide behind the couch type of situation.
Never hide behind the couch.
I hide, man. I don't play around with that game. Like,
I am a super ninja hider.
He hides, and then when they find him, he grapples.
yeah. Like I'm gonna try to grab its head immediately.
Good lord. not good at being patient either.
My entire family's that way.
I've gotten a little better. I'm still not good at using the air torch.
Air torch.
Yeah, she's recently started using it because I just bought her one. So has to figure out the timing and everything like that.
Yeah.
What are you trying? Which one are you working on? What instrument?
Axe.
What
Also-
did it come with multiple tips?
Yes.
Alright, my go-to for saxophones, nickel keys or lacquer.
Nickel.
Nickel. Alright, so with that, depending on your is it a digital one or is it dial?
It's digital.
Alright, so get your airspeed to about 5. And then as far as temperature goes, I put it about 350. Tip wise, I use a medium tip. Typically, if you have what's similar
That's
to
what I got.
my setup is, I have 3 tips. I have a very small, I have a medium, and I have a large. I go with the medium tip on saxophone just because it's a good go-to. If I get into like berries, I'll use the bigger tip just because, you know, heating up the low bell keys can take a while with a medium tip on it. But yeah, 350, airspeed of 5, and the way that I aim the air, I try to aim the air away from the instrument. So if I'm working on, like, say, a bell key, I'm going to take it from the back and aim it towards the front of the pad to keep it blowing away from the instrument. Because you never know when you might accidentally aim that heat and it's going to bounce off cork, it's going to bounce off bell, and you can do some damage to that stuff. So that's just kind of my procedure on how I do it.
I've got, now if, sorry, thinking and working doesn't always work. I know, right? So if I turn the airspeed up, do I have to turn the heat up as well?
Not really. The airspeed.
I was just wondering how those correspond.
The airspeed, in my opinion, again, this is just from trial and error. This is no real scientific, you know, X, Y, and Z does this, right? The reason I go with that airspeed is because anything less, I don't feel it heats or disperses that heat
Yeah.
as quickly as if your airspeed is increased. So if the airspeed's increased, it's taking the cool aspect of the thing that you're trying to heat away from it faster and more constant. Whereas if it's a lower speed, it's going to be you're still battling the element of cold with the heat, so it takes longer. But that's just my opinion. You know, I haven't ever, you know, talked to.
I have no idea
Yeah.
what I'm doing, so any opinion.
I
is
think if
great.
I put the airspeed up too much, it totally outdoes what the heating coil is actually doing, and it doesn't heat things up as fast.
Right.
So
You're just trying to find that good middle ground. That, and if you go through and you turn it up too hot and put too much air to it, you start.
So hilarious. I have-
just have posts start popping off the horn you're working on.
Nick,
So we were talking about how the lizard likes to join us.
Yes.
Look at this.
Give me a second.
He's coming over to join you.
So, what's up, guy?
Scrolling all over the phone.
Huh.
Yeah, he's a very, very curious chameleon. And he loves watching us work on instruments.
That's pretty awesome, man. Like that should be like. Should strap a little camera onto that guy and then just kind of walk around.
Would
probably
probably
thirsty.
work with this one. He would just hang out right above the bench looking down on you, so... I think it works with all of them. This guy's very well trained.
And he's not even trained, he's just intuitive. He's thirsty. You saw me with the spray bottle. Not afraid at all.
Out of us.
I think this lizard's smarter than me.
Oh, shit.
Nicholas!
Yep. Started to create this new pattern for the trombone cork felt removers.
Yeah.
This is what the old one looks like. We all use and struggle with so much.
Yep, all the time.
This is my new version.
Definitely more medieval.
It just, gets it right out. It's like one shot every single time.
Super effective.
Yeah. You might have to go back in there to get like a piece of it back out. But yeah, it's like, it just tears it right out and everything's gone. I found out having a couple multiple tips on it, it just latches onto that felt and cork and just...
Takes it right out.
You don't even have to worry about losing it in there, and then having to go back in and shove it all the way back in there, and then, oh!
He literally just came down for a drink of water. So funny. And now he's going back out. Oh, Mr. Ferocious. Let's get some food in.
The even better thing about it was that I have both sizes, just from taking a used, beat up a tuning slide from the trombone.
Right behind you, sorry. So he's just gonna chill on my head for a while, I guess. I now have a hair accessory. It's funny. What am I doing now? What am I doing?
Oh, that looks a lot better now.
Tuning slide.
It's getting there.
And one. Lizard mohawk.
Sorry if my constant hammering is annoying.
It is.
It makes me feel like I'm in the shop.
That's what I was kind of hoping, but yeah, I'm working on a really dented up trombone tuning slide right now. Almost done.
Yeah, it feels like I almost get to work with Denton now.
It's very nice.
I love this guy. Unit.
Oh, saxophone. You were a lot more messed up than I thought.
That's what my therapist told me.
I think that's like every saxophone. Like, oh yeah, that looks great. That looks great. I think I can do that relatively quick. No problem. You start working on it, you're like, what did I get myself?
Self into. I think I got one of those, but it definitely did not seem as bad as it originally looked. It's an off-brand name.
Well, right now I'm working on a unison.
Alright, so mine was a conductor.
Okay.
I wasn't like
What is that? That's the old con conductor, right? Or no,
No.
the off-brand conductor. Never mind. Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
Director.
And it would have been a director, I thought. So
Yeah.
this is like, oh, kinda gonna go that way. It's like a laser printed name on it and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's going to like a first year student, and they already owned it for a couple of years, and they had it with their older kid.
Right.
Switched to a better saxophone, so I was like, I kind of have to see if I can get this thing playing, other than just making it making it trash again.
Right.
And if nobody else works on it, it's just a useless instrument. So,
Pretty much.
and I feel bad about that too, because I don't want to add more trash to the world. It's a saxophone that can play. Might as well fix it.
No. Okay, we're not hungry. We just want to chill with the humans.
Because not everybody's fortunate enough to be able to get the cream of the crop, or the cream of the crop, right? So you gotta do what you gotta do to give them something that works. Try to do your best to coach them in how to take care of it properly.
Yep. Well, and if anything, then it's a great, like, pep band horn, if it does play.
Right.
One that they could just take and fool
take it on
around
the
with and
marching
try it up if
field.
they want.
Yep.
So, that's right. I felt bad with being like, no, I'd rather not fix this and just rent an instrument out to you, because, yeah. If the teacher says that it isn't playing to the right tuning, I already warned them about that, but they'll still have the saxophone that they can fool around with for those type of events that you don't really need to have the perfect saxophone for.
Right.
And they can save the good one from getting
Getting all messed up.
something like that on it.
Yep.
Man, I remember that one Mark 7 we got. Just a marching band horn, and it was just all the lacquer was just green from
All the
sitting out
moisture,
in the rain.
humidity, and everything. What's up, Jason? How's it going, buddy? I got people watching, so. See you right there, son. So how long have you guys had the chameleon?
Oh, we're going on 3 years right now? Yeah.
What?
Like million?
Yeah. Be 3 years this December.
I bought it for Ray for her birthday present one year.
awesome birthday present. Tools and friends.
All our animals are our shop animals and love watching us work and tell us when to work and when not to work.
Right. Well, I got a dog that's vulturing right now at the top of the staircase, just watching. It's like, when you taking me for a walk, Dad? When you taking me for a walk?
Once I get the saxophone done.
Yeah.
Jesus, look at that ridge right there.
Realize I probably shouldn't be in the room. Sorry.
I'm gonna say if we don't hear from Gary today, let's just plan on grabbing episode this weekend.
I agree.
Just wrap them up.
I agree.
Again.
Mhm.
Episode weekend Sunday. It's sounding good.
Not good.
I did.
We got a dip in the tone hole.
Which one?
Low E flat.
Of course.
We've been running into this a lot. Like I was talking to my buddy Braden yesterday, and he sent pictures. Brand new Jupiter. I think it was a Jupiter saxophone. Double check. Yeah, new Jupiter. G-sharp tone hole. They buffed it so bad that it's just got a giant dip in the tone hole. Blows my mind. Blows my mind.
How are you going to tackle it on this one?
Do what? How am I going to tackle it on this one?
It being somewhat off-brand.
I think I'm just gonna tease it. We're gonna alter the pack up just a hair to make it a little bit more parallel because it's not perfect on the parallelness as far as like seeing. So I'm gonna get that as close as possible, and then I'm gonna heat her up and I'm gonna tease that pad into place.
Just kind of float it back in.
Yeah.
Without trying to tackle the actual structural problem.
Not on this particular horn.
Yep, I would agree.
Not that it doesn't deserve, the care and quality of a proper setup. It's just, it's what we're paying, what's being paid for it, and what I can go to do. If he wants me to rebuild it, that's a whole other story. This is just a make-play situation.
And if we did that on every single one, then we'd have no tone holes left. Just every single one of us would be sanding them down and it'd be like, oh, what happened to a tone hole?
I've been trying real hard not to take files from tone holes.
No, totally. We need to keep as much of it there as possible.
Yeah,
We want them to last for hundreds of years like old ones were. We don't want to have them like, oh, now I gotta replace a tone hole on this. I have a couple of them on the good lady tenor that I'm gonna be working on that I gotta put the rings back on because they got sanded just a little too thin.
Yeah.
It took all broke in just certain spots. Yep. I've probably worked on it like 10 or 15 times in the past 6 years. I got to finally like rebuild it, so.
Hey, these rebuilds really allow you to do that.
But yeah, no, I'm hoping to make it super nice for him. But it's definitely a project, and is like no matter what I do, something else pops off on it just because how old it was.
It is, yep. Yep, that's kind of mine too with the narrative and a majority of it got worked through, but the vent body issue, the key structure, as far as like how well the key fitting and everything was done on it was just not done well. And
Gotcha.
you know, when you go through and you have play not only between the rod and the keys, where when it's sprung, it causes it to bounce. But once you take that play out and you fit the keys to the hinge rod, then all of a sudden you discover that the posts have a bunch of play in it too. So when you have it sprung up and you go to push on it, the rod's still moving inside that post. So you're not getting a constant seal every single time.
Yeah, no, that's what I showed you the other day when I got those new bass clarinets in here.
Yeah, man.
He's like throwing bass clarinets and they just had all that play in it, and I was like, I can't give this to this teacher that's gonna be so picky that I have to switch all the posts when they come in anyways.
Right.
So. But yeah, no, they were bad. I showed you that one picture, and that was one of the better ones.
Right.
It is unfortunate that there's just. It should at least partially play out of the box. Otherwise, what's the point of putting it in the box?
But here's the issue that you encounter, though, man. It's when the instruments are coming out of the big manufacturing companies.
I know.
The quality control. It's just a big factor. It's a big factor because think about it. If you go through and you're a Selmer product, right? You're a Selmer dealer or manufacturer, whatever, and you get orders across the entirety of the earth, and you have to pump out 100,000 of these instruments. Do you think every single one of them are going to be perfect? Nah.
No, but
Anyway.
they could be a little closer. In this case, it looked like they used the wrong size drill.
I'd say machinery standards need to be up higher on our stuff,
Yes.
because I don't mind, it was being transported and there's like a 30-minute to 40-minute job that I gotta do to it.
Right.
All the posts and everything are pristine because it's a new instrument.
It shouldn't have play in it like they've been.
But when I could go to one of our very, like, bass clarinets from, like, a Bundy bass clarinet and pull that out, and it has better posts from 40 years ago, 40 years of playing, than a brand new one, that's a big issue for me.
Yeah.
I don't mind dealing with, this, like, has some things, but all the keys and everything structurally is fantastic. Even if it has, like, tone hole issues. That happens in, like, wood instruments.
Right.
That,
Well,
and they
you
can
get the
warp.
humidity, you get everything else like that. You're gonna have some swelling and contracting.
Yeah, like, the post-movement, I could see that happening, but, like,
Well, that
not
was the
having a
issue.
complete fit for your stuff.
Well, that was
brand
one of
new.
the issues that we ran into with like some of the Yamaha bass clarinets that we had worked on, some of the upper alignment bass that we worked on. We ran into those issues that when they got shipped, the humidity change was so drastic from where they were put together and manufactured at, that when they made it to the actual shop in the store, that everything was binding on it. Because our humidity level was so much higher, it just made everything swell up.
Like, those problems I can understand. but when it's the metal mechanisms that aren't
Working properly.
aren't working properly, it's a whole nother level then, because then we're fighting both battles. And we're the ones that have to deal with it. They aren't.
Unless you send it back to them. Then they get mad at you.
And then they send you one that's still about the same.
It's like, man, y'all sent me a faulty product. It's faulty.
Yeah.
My left hand is so just. Bleh.
Someone's got to practice.
Now, get out of here.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
It's okay. You don't need to. I'm just, here. That makes more fun.
Eloquence is staggering.
Yeah, it didn't sound too bad.
Alexa, turn bench off.
Okay.
Dude, have you come up with cool things for your Alexa yet? For example, like to turn on my lights in my house, like we have all of my living room lights set up to it. And so to turn them on, you have to say, Alexa, let there be light, and the whole room lights up.
Nice.
Did you mean bench?
So
Yes.
you can totally activate mine by doing that just about too.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't find a group or device named Light Whole Room Lights.
Hitting on her.
Yeah, our Alexa seems to like you.
Like me?
Yeah,
Good.
it almost turned on our bench lights when you said that. No, we don't have anything super specific set up for ours. We do have our bench set up to it. So all of our electrics
Do you
and stuff.
mind, Alexa, turn bench on? Trying to work here. And where's my beauty? No purple. That air I hear. What is with you?
One spot. There you go.
Alexa, turn bench off.
Okay.
It is really nice being able to do that without.
Use your hands when you're working on a saxophone.
I know it's great.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just slashed my neck open. I'm not bleeding, right? Okay. I was like, is that water or is that...
Anyway, let's see where you get it.
Okay. It was a spring, so I was like, I don't know. Be a terrible obituary.
Death by needle spring to the jugular.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
They are! The lack of light is probably not conducive to your project, though. Just a second.
I'm gonna plug in.
What'd you forget?
Oh,
Oh! Oh, springs. Alexa, turn bench on.
Okay.
So agreeable today.
Have you ever told Alexa I love you?
I forgot what the rejection was. It was definitely a rejection.
My daughter. Alexa, I love you. It's, thanks. It's like,
I gotta look into seeing how much it is, but apparently now Alexa has a feature where you can have a wake-up call from Samuel L. Jackson.
oh, that would be kind of.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued. I hope it's like, it's not like a nice wake-up call. It's gotta be like angry drill sergeant motivated.
So you want it to be more like, well, pretty much any of his moves. He's always yelling.
Get out of bed or I will rain down my vengeance upon thee.
Yeah. Shoot. Why can I not remember that movie?
One, there's like,
No, it's the one with him, John Travolta, the Tarantino film.
Pulp Fiction.
There you go. Thank you. Jeez. Why? My brain.
Your ears, because I said it.
It was
What?
a guy the other day, and I couldn't remember. his name again. I think my brain is starting to fall apart.
You don't have lead block on your bench, do you?
No.
I have one, but I normally keep it far away from all my stuff.
I think,
That's what my dad would blame it on all the time. Was
Your dad might actually though.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
I know.
back when they were doing it, they used lead a lot more than what we have to now.
And all those chemicals. Were they using it for like bending tubes?
Yep. They used it for a lot of stuff. Yes, you are coming together.
Right now.
Oh.
Saxophone. And I lost my accent. Hey? I did not know I was in Sin City. Named to kill sports.
It's time for the berries.
I'm excited. Make sure you highlight the body.
Highlight the body or the rest of
I just see the logo.
The biggest thing that I run into with not having everything that I want or need as far as the tool investment, being able to actually sit down and do a thorough polish because I don't have the folding jigs that I used to have to hold the instruments in place to really get after a good tone. Like small
Yeah.
instruments, it's not a big deal, but you get into like a very sax. What are you gonna use? Like, what are you gonna use?
A child?
Come here, Annalise. You just hold this right here while Kat polishes it up. Yeah, try not to breathe that dust. It's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, give her a mask.
Masks. Who has masks?
Rorschach?
I mean, you have that awesome respirator already, so.
You say awesome, I say terrifying.
I mean, it's quite terrifying too, but.
There's your Halloween outfit. She's a saxophone jig.
Yeah. Oh, dude. You all are gonna have to when Halloween kicks off and she gets into her costume. I have to take some pictures. She's gonna be a dinosaur this year.
Oh
And,
heck yes.
We have a pretty cool hair design that's gonna come out of it. This should look pretty slick. So I'll take
Sweet.
some pictures so you guys can see it.
Oh, you will have to. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, hair is listening. gonna do a Halloween shop episode?
I thought about it. There's a couple things that I would like to do, but I don't know. We just gotta see what happens. Like, I know for, what is it? Because Halloween's on Sunday. All's on a Sunday, right?
Yep.
So, probably not gonna do a Sunday episode just because it's a Sunday. And,
So do it Friday.
well, definitely could do it Friday if I'm not in school. That's the kicker. Because I still have that part-time gig with the
How's that going?
it's going okay. I definitely don't have that experience with the children to try to help move them along. So it's a learning experience for me because it's trying to help get the kids motivated to want to practice and get better. Because even though we're working, because like the first few minutes, like first 5 to 10 minutes, we're working rhythms, right? And then from rhythms, we go to long tones to try to get their work in and get our tones a little better. And then we go into the little 8-bar excerpts out of the Tradition of Excellence book, right?
Okay.
So with that, we've been working the same like 4 pages for the past like 3 months, and we haven't been able to get over that hump to where we can start working on other things.
Is that
Oh.
So it's
because they're
kind of
just
it's kind of an issue right now. I'm not sure the best approach.
I got nothing for you.
Well, again, I think the kids will eventually get there. It's just getting them to that point where they finally get it to click. You know what I mean?
Have you just thought about being like, hey, I know we've been stuck on this for a while. If we want to do something else, you know, let's move towards that. I don't know, are they bored?
I don't think they're bored. I think it's there's that little bit of shift in society, right? Where we are getting more accustomed to things being a little easier to do. And playing an instrument is not something that you can just pick up and be like, I'm good at it.
I know.
It takes a lot of time.
It takes a lot of time.
There's not an app to this.
And it isn't easy.
It definitely
Some
is
things
not.
are, but a lot of it is fairly challenging, even if you are a good player to begin with.
Shoot. Well, I mean, playing an instrument for 20 plus years, and if you were to put me in a professional setting with people that are professionals, it would be very humbling. It's the same.
No, I can't play most of the time with them. I play things all the time, but it's like,
You know, I
it's
can't.
very, very challenging at that point.
So if you're sitting in with your local, like, just a local band and just enjoying it and everything else like that, it's one thing. You go through and you get into an orchestra or something a little bit more professional, dude, you're gonna have some serious talent around you where you're gonna go, I should never play my instrument ever again.
Hashtag trombone life.
You know? And-
How I felt when I went to the bassoon factory, and I was like, oh, I've never actually heard a bassoon played like that before.
Right. Well, shoot, it was like,
From Ithaca College, like that area, and it was like, geez, these guys, like, I did not think a bassoon ever sounded like that.
did I tell you about me fixing that dude's $50,000 heckle bassoon?
No.
Sweet.
Oh Lord, nah. You talk about nerve-wracking. All right, so this dude came in from California to play in with the Sunflower Orchestra here at White Concert Hall. I went through. I got a phone call from one of the local directors that knew the guy. Was like, hey, you know, I got a player here that broke his bassoon. Think you can help him out? Yeah, sure, no problem. So dude shows up. He's very laid back, but still kind of anxious because he's having to perform that night. And he's like, yeah, you know, I knocked it over and I knocked the whisper key cup off, so it completely broke the key. I was
Oh,
like, oh dang, that sucks. I was like, well, you know, to raise it back up, there will be like $30, not a big deal. So I go through and start working on it. And then the dude pops off. He's like, "Oh yeah, just so you're aware, this is a $50,000 heckle. So yeah, please be careful." And then the whole time that I'm trying to solder this key back on it, not only is it silver plated, so I have to be mindful of not scorching the plating, but I have this dude hovering over the top me the entire time I'm doing this, and I'm thinking I'm working on an instrument that's almost as expensive as my house. Yeah, so yeah, I was definitely a little
yeah.
But before you knew that, you were fine, right?
yeah, it wasn't no thing. I was like, yeah, this ain't no thing, just
There
another
is
damn
something.
job. And yeah, turned out $50,000 house. And I was like, good night. I should not be working on this. But I did a very good job. Dude was very happy with it. And I told him $30 to fix it. He gave me $120. So
Look, yeah, no, you were seriously underscoring your abilities anyways on the $30.
Yeah.
So.
so he
I've seen your pacing work. It is extremely good, so.
So it's one of those things, but that dude thanked me well, and you know, he thanked me, and it was he gave me his information. Yeah, so
Remember
pretty
you.
good experience overall.
That is awesome.
But yeah, it freaked me out. Once he told me the price, like my nerves started getting the better of me. Like I'm legitimately sitting there with the brazing wire in hand, and I was just shaking. I'm like, oh, it's like I drank like three gallons of coffee just trying to hold it together.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a good time. Dude was super cool. They one of the guys that came with him, he was I forget the guy's name because it's been a minute, but they were trying to go through. He was one of the developers of the Boom barrels.
Alright.
And I was like, oh, so you, like, I started talking to him about it. So you go through and you do all of the play testing? And he was like, no, I go through and I help them design their barrels when they made the transitions. But Philly was what was it, a Selmer product? They're not a Selmer product. Who took that? Was it Buffet? I can't remember. Anyway, before they branched off and just started doing their own thing, or they got bought by somebody.
Yeah, I can't remember right now. We're a dealer out here, so I should know. So.
I still don't even know the store phone number.
I can't think of it right now.
Yeah.
Working.
Yep. 100% agree. I'm trying to line this Barry Sachs body straightening tool with some corks. I'm not damaging the dang thing.
Yeah, I want to see what you're doing.
Listening to Genuine, the rapper.
Said I want to know what you're doing.
Oh, you want to know what I'm doing? I got you.
even know who.
I'm just preparing tools, so it's not going to do damage to the instrument. Nothing too crazy.
What's crazy to me is how small that berry sax looks on the screen.
Oh yeah, right?
It does.
Alright.
Later.
Feeling a little bit better about that.
Oh.
It died, and I was using it.
Alright, so our band is coming from... Looks like it's coming from the middle. Going up. So we need to hit there. Groovy.
Yeah, we can kind of see it in the shot too.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so bad.
It's
Yeah,
bad.
no, it looks like it's smiling at us almost.
Yeah.
Smirking.
It's totally smirking.
Well, it's gonna be crying here in a minute.
I hope not too much.
I hope not to.
Ugh.
When it cries too much, I see post-fi off of him. So
I just set him up. See, now that I can kind of see
that's
you,
what happened to mine.
now that I can kind of see you in the frame, though, now I realize how large that horn is. You know what? Spin that.
Alright. Samurai, hope and pray.
I'm praying for you. It'll go easy.
I'm smirking.
Now,
Legends.
Don't stab me, please. Needle springs are the worst, guys. Needle springs.
Oh yeah.
We have a commercial for tetanus shots.
Yep. And now, back to our regular scheduled program.
Did I miss it? Did you show? I mean, nothing. I'm looking at the horn now. I was like, did you show the horn off beforehand? I wasn't paying attention though, so.
No, not so. I think having it sitting on its side on the table, you know, it showcased a little bit of
Okay.
being super wood.
Oh.
Yep.
Worst.
Got some.
The worst. That's what I'm talking about. That's bad.
Oh, crap! Where did I put the felt?
It's been kind of nice, guys. Being able to chit chat and work. It's been kind of nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we're loving this. We're giving enough. I hope we're giving enough information throughout too for like anyone else who's listening in.
Well, I'm on average so far. I've only had 6 playouts, and we get 1 or 2 people that'll chime in for a little while, and then they bounce out. It's all good. I don't mind it.
Nice.
Get to sit down, get to talk a little bit about this.
I like the educating portion, don't you?
Yeah, I do like the educating part. You know, because
That's it.
in the reality of the world, like a majority of the people don't understand what exactly what it is. You know what I mean? And,
Oh, definitely.
and I feel that's very much the common consensus with especially new parents or like parents that are having new players come into the household and not really understanding that, you know, these are mechanically not a toy. And when the kids beat them up, they need an idea of what all goes into it to fix some of those problems. So they can teach their kids, hey, take care of your stuff. Now, they should be doing that anyway, but that's not always the case. You know what I mean? It's just not the case.
When accidents happen, I'm clumsy as a.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I really like working, like, I mean, when I was doing sales floor stuff too, I loved working with the first time band parents. 'Cause you get that moment right off the bat to, you know, steer them in the right direction, give them a little bit of education. And I noticed, especially talking to, you know, a lot of the dads when they bring in a horn, it's like, I don't know, mom usually takes care of this. And it's like, okay, well, it's kind of like cars, you know? Make model year, parts are all different. You need a tune-up once a year at least.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, I get it. And then, of course, then the dad's really mad whenever the kid breaks it.
Yeah. I've had a couple new clients that come in with kids that have never played before. They don't know anything about it, and I start uncorking all of my mumbo jumbo. It's not mumbo jumbo, like it's factual, but I'm long-winded, and it typically takes me a minute to go through to explain everything, and sometimes it kind of glosses them over, but at the same time,
The eyes just kind of.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, I know what I'm talking about, and I want to give you as much detail as I possibly can so you can make a decision. If it's something you want to do, if it's something you don't want to do, you understand what it entails to do it, etc., etc.
Huh.
That's that long-winded nature of myself that sometimes over-talking and making it overly complicated can get in the way.
I have struggled with keeping words to a minimum. I have to. I miss the customer interaction. I really do. But like Nick's cousin came in. One of her kids is renting a trumpet, and was trying to describe what was happening, and then I go downstairs, come back up, fix it, easy fix, and I'm explaining it to her, and she goes, "Okay, I don't know what that means." And it's Nick's cousin. She's practically family, so I'm glad she, obviously felt comfortable enough to say that. But then I realized, oh my goodness, how many people are not gonna say that speaking Greek?
Right.
We went from pistons and ports to uppy downy things with holes. And my lizard's back.
Hi, Wizard.
Slamming all over the saxophone.
I'm intrigued to see what he's thinking. I didn't get down here so fast. Yeah. A lot of more water. I'm like paying attention.
This section.
Mm-hmm. We probably already highlighted before the difference that a good polish makes.
Oh, it's
You know it.
like,
You tell.
Yeah.
just going through and taking, alright, like this section that has not been polished to this section.
Mm.
You know, like, you can already tell a huge, huge difference. Like, it's good polish.
Have we seen the logo yet?
Yeah, I had talked to the band director yesterday. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get you my horn for you to go through and set stuff. It's got a few little quirks with it that need to be worked out." I was like, "Yeah, man, no problem." I look at it. It's a box strat, all silver, but basically blue and black because of the tarnish. And I don't want to say tarnish. I want to say patina. We'll say patina because some people like that look. So I was like, "Yeah, man. So you want me to polish it up and make it look all nice and shiny and like new?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "What? Really?" He's like, "Yeah, no. I want to keep the gusto of it." And I was like, "Oh, okay. You're one of those folks. Okay. You don't want your horn to look like jewelry. Would much rather have it look like
Artillery?
yeah, jewelry."
Said artillery.
I like making instruments look like
Person.
jewelry. It's a good time.
I like it looking like jewelry.
Especially if it's silver.
Oh my gosh, I would love to have my own, I'd love to put Swarovski crystal inserts into finger buttons and pearls, then epoxy over them. So they're smooth, but they look blingy.
I'd say like the copper bells. Totally, I understand keeping the.
What is he
Patina and
hissing at
stuff.
back
Yeah.
there?
Do what, Frank?
Oh, our lizard was hissing at something.
No.
I can't.
What a pain to polish. This is such a pain. Such a pain.
F. Sharp keys. That's ripped. That's why I can't pull it down. Oh, it's hate my life.
Ow.
Stop doing that!
I don't think I can avoid it at this point in my life. I think it's just a natural thing that I'm just gonna have to get over. I'm gonna get stabbed by needle springs.
All the time.
Dude, I ate one right in the palm of my hand the other day.
Oh,
Like, and it, I don't know what it is. Like, when you first do it, you're like, ow, that hurt. But then, like, 2 days later, it really hurts.
Oh.
It's like, oh, all the nastiness that was on the end of that needle was now injected in your hand.
now make it a policy to only stab yourself after a COA.
Yeah.
One, what are you doing? Being feisty.
Is this even a thing? No way. No. Stop.
They don't talk back to you, do they?
Who's that? Voices?
Yep.
Depends.
Times.
A lot of the times, like with the voices that go along in my head, I have to focus in on like Dungeons and Dragons stuff.
Wow.
It's pretty incredible.
Probably.
I didn't mean that as condescending as it came out, but
What's that? I didn't even catch it. So
it looks nice.
I'll take it.
Like, do you really have a hard time keeping your brain from wandering?
Yes. What was it? Because so I have 1.5 million ideas running through my brain pretty much any given time.
That sounds exhausting.
It is. It is very exhausting. Because like some stuff will come off and it'll be business related, right? Like things that I would like to incorporate into my business or incorporate into like a live stream. Things that are feasible, things that aren't feasible. Filtering out the things that are feasible versus not. You know, it's all that stuff. And when you get into the extracurricular activities like, you know, like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, you know, you got developing a story, you're trying to narrate a story, you're trying to have something fun that the group can go through and do, you know, like with me, I have you guys on Mondays, and then on Fridays I play with a different group to, you know, hang out with, and I get to actually play versus actually running the game. So
Playing the game.
Yeah.
yeah, so it'll my attention span varies depending on, you know, what day it is. with Halloween coming up, I wanted to give you guys something that was kind of a Halloween-based, episode or a couple sessions, just to kind of set the mood for the time period.
Agree.
So,
This I vote for.
do what?
This I vote for. Subscribe.
Oh, Barry Sachs body.
This one's a customer one, right?
This one is, yeah. This one is going to a kid at Washburn University.
Oh, nice.
That's the one interviewing.
I've had it for a few weeks, and I had to go through. I made a pad order, and I bought the pad set versus actually measuring everything out and doing it the traditional way.
And you got the wrong pads.
And every time.
And yet you keep doing it.
Well, I tried to be preemptive on this one because we knew that there would be some time restraints and stuff on it. So that was an issue. But when we finally got it in the shop, it wasn't an issue as much anymore. So I was like, okay, whatever. Well, when I went through the pads to make sure everything fit, it was missing a pad. And on top of missing the pad, one of the bell keys was 4 sizes too big. I'm like, I can't even use this pad. So I could cut it down and reshape it and do all of that, but I don't have the materials or the tooling to go punch out that pad that size.
Okay.
So it was a cluster. So I ended up going through, getting in touch with the company, getting it all squared up. We got the pads on order. They got it back to me, and it just takes extra time. When it takes something that should take a week or two to get in, now it's taking a month.
Yep. I have to order a silver flare bell because he had one blow out us. It was like an very old one, probably from like early 90s, late 80s, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, no, I took it in, there was no issue on it, and yep, something structurally during the cleaning just snapped, and like the bell is just splintered. It's just time for the bell to be gone. So now we have to wait because they're on back order on those bells. And with the supply chain issues, I don't know when it's gonna get in, so...
There's nothing you can do though.
Yeah,
Definitely,
that's the thing. And the customer's the one
but
that
already, this was the step-up one.
Right. And the customer's gonna be out and frustrated because it's out of your control.
Actually, not as much, because
He
I was
gets
upfront
lucky.
with it.
Oh,
I told him what happened, and I was like, yeah, no, with the supply chain issues, I really don't know when it's gonna get in. He was like, well, he already has a trumpet he's playing, this was gonna be like his step-up one. So, I was like, well, this is a very good trumpet for that, so we'll get it all squared away for you. But, yeah, I'm eating the cost on it and not charging him anything now, because, yeah, it was like, freak accident, and I have no idea how it actually happened.
We might have ideas, but
No, even that, it just
It
had to have
was
been at the time
it reminds me
where
of
it was just ready to go. And yeah. Silver plating, you can't really tell.
get a nice little stress fracture in it.
Yep. Plating hides it for a long time, and then just that one day, it blows out through it, and you're like, oh, I got red rot all through this trumpet instead.
yeah. Sorry. Ooh, shiny. And straight.
Yeah.
It's no longer streaking.
Yeah, you can see the difference just in the picture.
Yep.
It still has, with the way that the camera is, it still has a
Yep.
little bit of a natural curve to it. But looking down it, I can tell you, way better. Like, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to stick the hinge rod through the upper stack keys and I won't have hardly any issue.
Yeah, if it just falls down through, you know you did a good job. That's what I love after straightening it. And then you just drop that hinge rod and it's like, oh, nice.
We're gonna double check to make sure. Oh, like glass.
Yeah, that looks nice.
It sounds good from here.
I just went right through.
I wasn't.
Yep.
I wasn't watching.
Like glass.
I just realized.
Check that bottom right hand. So hard to sometimes differentiate between the hinge rods on these old berries, man. They all are massively long hinge rods. They can't be.
Yeah, I'm just looking for it. I love field. The frustration is being heard. Logo! Logo!
We have to take out some bends out of this.
Damn it. Wait, no.
And this, by far, straightening out very saxophone hinge rods, the most dangerous, scary thing I think a person can do.
I agree.
That looks good, straight, good. That's good, straight. Looking good. Alright, good. What you guys are around when I wrapped that one berry sax rod around my arm?
I think Nick
I
was.
was. Yeah, I was there.
I didn't get to work with you much.
That's fair. At least not very much, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Still salty.
I think we're all a little salty about that situation, right?
I guarantee you I'm saltiest.
I don't know. I'm pretty salty, right?
Got screwed over than all of us.
Oh, he did! He was just dumb enough to stay there longer. No offense.
I just fell into the trap of what
Oh,
music
well.
stores try to get us into now. As I'm in like that trap right now. Or at least Rudy pays. So.
Hey, you have retirement. That's at least a thing. I just scratched my
At least
nose
Rudy
really
does
good,
does
and I don't know what I
pay.
scratched
He
it
doesn't
on.
like, oh, I'm going to be.
I scratched my nose with something. I don't know, but it hurt. So I took a spring to the jugular. Now they're fighting back today.
Okay.
Feel better.
What? Staring upside down. What a different perspective on the world. Lunch. Green. Nick, do you want the chair back? Yeah, my hip feels a lot better now. Where did you go? Sure. Oops.
Alright, time to set up and get your
Hey!
Let's see what these ones are like.
Alright, so the ones that I ordered prior to, they were too big, right? So I got a small set. The
Hold on.
ball aspect of it is actually quite a bit smaller. So hopefully it'll be a little bit better. Cool.
Been too late.
I just gotta make sure that I'm not applying too much pressure where it's gonna, where I have to throw it out. So I'm gonna do that. Ah! Ah!
Hey, so you just got the beer that was too big.
Yep, the other ones are just
Awesome.
So what do you use those for?
Do what?
What are you gonna use the large ones for?
Decoration.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Probably end up have to, if I ever get like a face Saxon, maybe. I don't know. But I will say that if you go through and take this berry sax in correlation to like a more modern berry sax, those
A lot.
saxes on the modern berry saxes are actually a lot bigger.
Makes sense.
So,
Happy that they work.
yeah, me too.
Oh, I got it.
I spent a lot of money on these stupid things.
I know that would have been very upsetting.
Yeah, I probably would have thrown them across the room. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Man, this is night and day different. I love it.
Showing you the swedging pliers Doug gave me.
You got some swedging pliers that Doug gave you?
Oh yeah.
That's nice. of
Pretty
Doug.
epic. You gotta clean them up a bit, but
Yeah.
Hold on, let me take a look. Oh, hey, people are asking who you are. So, Nick and Ray from... You guys are in Buffalo, right?
716 represent. Except my number 607. Localities.
Mhm.
Shout out to the 503 back west. Yep.
But yeah, where are we at? Just go ahead and show me those pliers again. Let me see.
Okay, so these are huge honkin' pliers.
Holy cow!
And they even got a swedge thing in the tip.
Yep, they're
You know
awesome.
what? Hey, you ready?
Where is it? There it is.
Mine aren't quite that large though. Like,
I know.
it's still.
It's still,
That's pretty
yeah,
hefty.
they're about the
Nick,
same
You
era.
don't have to yell in my ear. I'm right there.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed these swedging pliers. I ended up going through and polishing them all out. I took
I love
micro mesh and wrapped them around a dowel and just ran it in there to polish up the inner portions to give them a good polish so they're not, marring up keys and such.
Oh yeah, and then you like taper it a little bit too, just to make sure.
Yep. Because I definitely don't want to mar up any kind of keys or anything. It's bad news bears situation.
dubbers.
I'm sorry, I keep talking about it. It just makes me happy that it's actually working the way that it's supposed to.
Oh, you're
allowed
so
to be
disappointed.
happy.
Yeah,
I
you're so
cannot.
disappointed the other day.
Yeah, because my thing is like working with the other ones, man. I was so mad. Like I spent like it was like $80 for this pair of pliers. I just wanted it to do the trick so I could get through this repair. And it didn't do the trick. And then it just left me kind of stormed a little bit, a little jaded. Didn't want to buy any more tools from them. But the second pair definitely made up for that.
That one bit. I had to chime in to listen to your background music.
So, about my background music, this is all copyright-free music from YouTube. Because every time I play any other music, now I understand why, copyright infringement, everything else like that, but it would just straight up shut my channel down, or make everything mute so you couldn't hear it.
Oh.
like man. But
It's unfortunate.
yeah, it is what it is, though. I understand you don't want people stealing your stuff, but like I was using live lo-fi hip-hop channels. It wasn't even like mainstream music. Like, oh, you can't play that music. That's copyright. Okay, so you're doing live music. It's copyright. So I guess I'll play the game. But I will tell you, if you use this music for, like, on Facebook, Facebook has some weird algorithms where they pick up on certain, like, chord structures or note progressions. If it sounds like any other song, they'll shut it down. So it doesn't even have to actually be copyright versus not copyright. They'll go through, if it's any kind of music that they can identify with a copyright piece, they shut it down.
I have words for that.
You have words for
It helps with plagiarism in music.
It does.
then.
Okay, I'm not knocking it for that. I'm just saying that it happens when one artist samples from another song, or
Yep.
being said, I still can't believe that, like, because Machine Gun Kelly Cabello did a duet like a long time ago. It sounds exactly like another song in the 90s by a band called Hardball.
Yeah, there's been a couple of those types of situations where they go through. They had a group that came out here not too long ago that's being sued by Paramore because she basically ripped off one of her popular songs that she had back in the early 2000s. Jeez. But, that goes all the way back to, like, Vanilla Ice days and ripping off,
Under pressure.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, I don't know, man. Music's universal in my opinion. Just enjoy it.
Someone did it first, and it's an obvious ripoff. I totally get that. I don't want anyone to, have to share what's definitely solely theirs.
Right.
I feel like, it's gonna get really tough. Like, have we so many note combinations?
Well, I mean, we're gonna get to a point where it's gonna be stuff that we're gonna come. I mean, thousands and thousands of years we've been performing music. So let's be honest with ourselves. Unless we're coming up with new instruments that sound completely out of the ordinary, eventually something is going to sound the same.
I feel like now would be the advertisement for the open hole flutes, so you can get your quarter and half tones.
Right. Dude, I haven't really shared too much about that whole experience. So I started listening, obviously, I've been listening to Jethro Tull for a hot minute. And so I started to break down some of his stuff where he's bending the snot out of these pitches. And I'm like, how in the flip is he doing this? How is he doing this? So he's actually going through and half-holing them to, like, all right, so for G to a G sharp, he's just rolling that ring finger out and having that pitch bend. And it sounds so flippin' cool. So I've been playing, like, when I get open hole flutes in, I play around with the pitch bending. But,
Nice.
Yeah. Good
Much
stuff.
success? I can't play.
You can't play flute?
I can make a flute-like noise come out of it, but I would definitely not say I can really play. it well enough to know if it's broken.
Well, I go through, like, I tried to do a couple lessons with this lady out of Colorado, and she gave me some good tips on how to improve a lot of my sound. But unfortunately, scheduling and everything else like that just kind of gets in the way. So that's why. But yeah, she gave me some good information. You know, going through and trying to, if you want to get your altismo notes to speak more clearly, like using straws to try to play on, and if you want to try to get an even tinier hole, like the coffee stir sticks, you want to talk about pain. Like that's not fun, and it's challenging. It's fun, it's challenging, but yeah, it's
Frustrating.
it can be frustrating. It's like all I want to do is produce a better tone. That's it. I want a good solid tone coming out of my instrument. I don't care if I'm just playing 8 notes over and over again. I want it to sound interesting. Alright, so
I'm at the level where I'm happy to get a noise out of a beer bottle that's like not the low note.
dude, I brought that up to my entry level kids about, you know, if you want to learn how to play a flute, you got to learn to play the pop bottle, the beer bottle. And they're like, you do what now? I'm like, you've never played a pop bottle? You've never played on a pop bottle? No, what are you talking about? And it blew my mind. I was like, that was one of the first skills that I learned as a kid growing up when I drank a classic Coca-Cola out of a glass bottle. It was how to toot on that thing and make
Showing your
noise.
age now.
Yeah, it blew my mind. I was like, I cannot believe that I'm encountering this in my lifetime.
Or the piece of grass between your thumbs.
The piece of grass? Yeah. Yeah, I guarantee you none of those kids in my 5th and 6th grade bands have ever done that. I will guarantee it.
Right. Wow. Now you know where you gotta start. Back to the basics.
Yeah. Go out into nature. You gotta make your own instrument. Good luck.
Hey,
How are you making
It was-
acorns into whistles?
use 2
Right.
sticks to make it in the nature.
There are tons of things that you can do.
Denton's got a didgeridoo. It's a log.
Yep.
Yeah. You're not even a log. I made it out of PVC pipe.
It's supposed to like, aren't they made with like ants or something?
Do what? No, they termites. So
Termites,
they'll go through and they'll find these eucalyptus limbs that are down, and these termites will get into them, and then they just knock the termites out, fill the holes that are on the outside, so the bore is open, but there's no air escaping, and then they turn it into a didgeridoo. It's pretty ingenious, and that you can just go through and be like, oh hey, yeah, this is what we're doing today, Jim. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna grab this log that's got some termite holes in it. We're gonna plug the holes on the outside, and then we're gonna try to buzz our lips through it and make noise. And then from there, we're gonna create music. Right on, right on. Oh, I got that one a little tight. Ow. Not good.
Ooh, I have issues with.
What's up tonight?
Dune's out tonight?
It is.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. That is one of my favorite movies in the entire universe, and yes, I've read the book too.
You know what?
I trailed
have
off
not-
somewhere.
I can be completely honest with you. I did not read the book. I have not watched any of the movies. And yeah, here we are.
You're just excited for hopefully a good movie.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
Sure,
much.
excited.
That's also got like super all-star cast again.
Cause isn't
Yes.
Jason Momoa in that movie too? I thought I seen a cameo, but it could have been something else.
He is. He's playing the role of Duncan, who is a very minor side character, and other than the original movie, he didn't get much time, and in the book, he doesn't have a lot going on either, so I'm guessing they're gonna expand that side character bit.
Right.
As
think
Jason
so.
Momoa.
I think they're just going to make it the one scene super epic, and then do what they did.
I could see that happening. I could.
Yep.
But either way, I'm not gonna be happy when that
They
scene
might have a
ends.
battle open beforehand, showing
Well,
off
you
this.
don't do any spoilers, because I'm gonna watch that movie. 'Cause
Out
it
since-
looks awesome.
I'm not spoiling it. This is just like The Hobbit all over again. Don't spoil it.
I don't know what you're getting at, Ray. Have I?
I don't think it was you. I think that's
wasn't
just in
you.
general.
No, it's a
people.
comparison.
Don't spoil The Hobbit, even though The Hobbit's been out for
Like a million years.
any of us have been alive for.
Yeah.
There we go. Come on, guy. Come on, guy.
Maybe what they meant was don't spoil The Hobbit by making it a bad movie. It's not a bad movie. It's just Tom Bombadil. So wait, is this a repad?
This one? Are you talking to Nick, or are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you, Denton.
Yes. This is gonna be a pro end rebuild.
Schmecks it.
Oh shoot, guys! I gotta get out of here. I gotta go meet my grandma. So
Oh my goodness, Grammy! Feed Grammy!
yeah, I gotta go feed grandma. She turned 75 today. Give it up for her. 75 years old.
Feed my grandma!
Yeah.
Done good. So with that,
You owe her dessert now.
I will touch base with you all later and keep you posted on all my pages to let you know when and where I will be getting back on. And then we'll just kind of go from there. And Nick, Ray, if you guys are down to hop back on later, we can visit some more and keep plugging away on this saxophone.
So what's going on? I don't know how to say this, but I'm gonna be here all day.
All right. Well, hey, we'll talk to you guys later, and we'll see everybody soon.
Sounds great.
Adios.
Yep.